this video, I'm going to go into some detail about the focus view in Dynamics 365 for Sales. Now, this is one in a series we're doing on views within Dynamics. We've done an introduction, and now we're sort of focusing in on particular areas and just going into them in a bit more depth. Now, you can see links to other videos in the series below. Also, if you've got any suggested content ideas, please see the links below, or if you need any help with Microsoft Dynamics, again, there's a link for that. So what do we mean by focused view? So I'm in my Dynamics system at the moment. This is all standard Microsoft test data, so it's a limited data set, but I'm in the contacts area at the moment. You can see that from the menu bar at the side of the screen, but this is applicable to all areas of the system. Now, this is the traditional view that people use, what Microsoft refers to as the grid view. And obviously I can change all of this. I can change the columns that are displayed here. I can have various different views, as we've explained in some of the preceding videos. But there are some issues with this particular view. I mean, I can only see limited details. I mean, I've only got 4 columns to this, and I could increase this particular view if I wanted to. There's still going to be a limit to how much data I can see, and certainly see without sort of scrolling across the screen. I can't change anything in this view. I can make this view dynamic, and we'll be doing a separate video on that that does allow us to do that, but there's limited within this read-only version. I can't change anything, and if I want to go into any detail, I've got to go and open that record up and then back click to get back into the view again. Now, focus view, which you can access from the top menu bar here, there you go, focused view, is quite different. So I'm just going to click on that, and this is going to look at this data in exactly the same way. So click on focus view, and now you'll see something that's just a little bit different. We've got a list of contacts in the left hand side here, and in the right hand side we're actually looking at the details of that particular contact record. So what it enables me to do is navigate through a list just by clicking on the record in the left, on the left column, and then being able to see more details of that particular record on the right hand side. So this can be a very powerful way of looking at data. What I can also do if I wish to is change a record. So if I wanted to change Susanna's record, let's say, let's remove purchasing from this and save that, I can make that change in the system without sort of having to go back and forth between the record itself and the view. What's also quite powerful is that within this list of contacts that I've got here, the ones that have got upcoming meetings, we can see those. So I've got a catch-up meeting for this particular record on the 21st of January. I've got a follow-up call for this particular record on the 24th of the 1st. So this particular view of data is really good for sort of being able to analyze data in depth. It's also one that's often used by telemarketing teams, telesales teams, where they're wanting to work their way through a list and being able to sort of add and complete activities in a streamlined way as possible. Now, just to quickly explain the navigation on this, because it's a little bit different from the read-only grid views that we've showed previously. Firstly, the navigation bar on the grid view sort of stretches across the screen. Here we can't have that because we've got the navigation bar for the contact record on the right hand side. So if you want to get to the navigation bar, you have to go onto the 3 dots, and then that gives you your full navigation bar for the view. In terms of the different views itself, similar to the read-only grid, you can just click on that and see all the views that are available to me, both the personal views as indicated by the kind of person icon and the system views. That's how you get to that. You've got your search area here, so if I wanted to search for, let's say, Maria's record, I can just type a search in here and press OK, and then Maria's record comes back. If I want to get rid of that search, I can just click the X and that goes back to my list. If I want to go to the advanced filters, I can just click on the filter item and click edit filters, and again I've got my blank canvas for me to be able to do advanced filters using multiple criteria. Again, we've done a video on how, some of the basics of advanced filters and using all criteria and using data held on related records, but you can initiate an advanced search from there. I've got the ability to sort, and I've got the ability to select records. So if I want to select records, and then when I do that, if I go to my main menu, some of the things that only come into play when you select records, for example, merge and being able to mass edit, are activated. The last thing I'll show here is that on the more options on my view, I've got an area called settings, and what that allows me to do is actually change what data is displayed in these tiles on the left hand column. So at the moment I've got purchasing manager, so job title, I've got name, job title, company, and I've got status by the look of it. So if I go to settings, if my administrator has given me the rights to do so, I can personalize the settings on this. So if I didn't want status anymore, I could bin that, and then let's say I could add another field, and it's asking me, do I want to add a field from the record itself, i.e. the contact record which I'm in, or related parent records, but I'll do it from the contact record itself. And let's say I wanted to add the contact city, I can select that, I can save that, and if we just come out of that and just, there you see that has now changed that, so I can actually personalize that. Again, I think the admin has to set that up for you, so you have to be given the right to personalize what's displayed there, but it's quite a powerful feature. So that's a run through of the focus view. It's quite a good alternative view, and a lot of people don't realize that exists within Dynamics. If I ever want to go back to the read-only grid, I just click on the read-only grid and I'm back at the read-only grid view. So that's a quick introduction to focus views. As I say, this is one in a series that we're doing on views within Microsoft Dynamics, which is a really powerful feature of the product. If you want to see links to others in the series, see below. If you've got any suggested content ideas or you need any help with Microsoft Dynamics, there's links for that below as well. Anyway, thank you for your time today. Hopefully see you again soon.